Hello, and welcome to a complete playthrough of my Minecraft level, Vulture. You'll see it is nighttime here, and I start at the base of this mountain. There's this classic adventure map introduction explaining that my goal is to get to the top and get the wings. And I can traverse through multiple paths using different combat, parkour, stealth, anything I really want. I should also be on the lookout for secret orange shulker boxes, much like the one behind here. And all of these will provide a potion to help me out in some sort, and a nether star. So I'll be on the lookout for those. I'll start my ascent here. One pathway through this level should take an average of about 15 minutes. And I'll be showing off multiple pathways here. You'll see this little starting camp area where I can get all of my beginning supplies. The point of this level would be to be the second level in a sort of adventure map. So you would already have gear going into this, but this stuff will help you out if you didn't manage to get anything from the area beforehand. And this stone sword will act as an upgrade to your wooden sword that you would have had from before. Now, design-wise, the path here is meant to help give you a guide, but it's by no means the one you can take. So, you can head in any of these directions here. And since the level is permanently nighttime, there is many light sources at points of interest. Like you'll see many of these soul lanterns and soul torches that will direct you to where you want to go. And over here, you'll be able to pick up a bow and many arrows. This is one of the many tools that can help you out. All of these have many more arrows. Also, if you like to do a bit more investigating, you can find this crossbow over here as an alternative to the bow. You can practice some targets and your aim for those not too familiar with the bows. And you can see ahead this canyon, which you will need to traverse at the end of the level. We can also pick up this secret here. Want there to be many points where you see this canyon, which you can also see. That's the very first thing when you start, is you're facing that way. In all of these little mine shaft areas, there will be these chests containing books to give you more lore, which I won't make you read through now, but for a short description, you're essentially trapped in this desert, and you're trying to kill the man who trapped you here. And now, you see the saloon here, the Vulture's Den. There are several ways you can get in and through this place. The main one, of course, is fighting your way through. I am not the best at combat, but you can see I managed to survive that. This is meant to be the first combat of this area and a particularly easy one. You can see the nice interior. Also, the book that you got from that starting camp down there would clue you in that there is an alternate pathway into the saloon here, which a little bit of investigating around will reveal this way through here. Call this the stealth route. You're sort of sneaking through this passageways to get above this area, or you could have avoided that combat entirely. And we will also see up here another shulker box where we can pick up yet another potion. And we could have grabbed this from the floor down there, but it's easier to see from up here. So there are multiple ways to get everything. And I can exit out through here. And we're in the back room now, sort of poker table area. And the final way up through here, which some of my playtesters found that you could actually jump onto this post here. So you are able to get up through this window and into this attic area. We can also pick up this secret over here. And this leads us up through to where the saloon leads out. This back storage area. Everywhere leading to the same place. Now, this leads up to a later part of the level, but I will also be venturing back down to show off the other pathway. You can see we come out of this outhouse here, so we're not going to worry about what was on that ladder. Do a expert drop down. Feel pain. Yeah, you'll see over here we encounter a broken bridge. Now, people familiar with Minecraft parkour would be able to deduce that this is a makeable jump. I'm not great at it, so I will be taking my handy bow here and hitting this target over here, which spawns in the rest of the bridge and fixes it. Now that drop down below, you can also see the other broken parts of the bridge. That will kill you. And now we counter this camp here. Fight through a few more husks. And you can also see a bit of future stuff up there, and this shulker box here. So there's actually several ways to reach. If we get up on here, we can't reach it by that. Luckily I picked up this potion of leaping from inside the saloon, so I could jump up and get it that way. There is also a way to jump across these tents here, which this is possible without the leaping potion, but I don't mind it being easier with it, because I am, once again, not good at parkour. And making it up to this barrel, you'll be able to access shulker box from there. And also, for this entire area, if we go back to before the bridge, you can see there's an alternate path. If you go up and use these same barrels from before, then you can go around and entirely avoid the need for that bridge and come over to here. where you'll also be able to run and jump and grab that in the air. So I'll give the player as many options as I can. And now we'll be able to pick up this horse lying around here and its lead, which will help us traverse this next long stretch here. We now reach this little camp area that denotes that we're entering the second layer of the mountain. And you'll notice now that many of these light posts around are a fence with a torch on top of them, which conveniently allows us to secure our horse there with its lead. Another chest including a lore book that we could read through. I will continue along. Let's go, buddy. Once again, we can see this canyon to our right. Another small lore mine. And also this outhouse, which if we were to encounter now, we would see this ladder leading down into the saloon. Now, we reach a fork here, where we see the main path forward, as well as this dark mine. And normally we don't really have any sources of light on us, but from one of our shulker boxes before, we picked up this night vision potion that we can use to see our way through here. Or we could continue along the main path. We'll see this outpost where we'll be able to do an entirely optional fight to get better equipment. We'll see many skeletons spawning here. Normally you would have keep inventory off and a death would reset the level here. This is for show. I ain't doing all that. So, imagine I'm awesome at combat, and I ignore this little tripwire that triggers the fight here. You can fight your way through all of these here, pick up more arrows, and even this arrow of harming, which will help us in our fight in a minute. Some more food, bones, as well as the main intrigue of this tower, a better sword. Now, of course, you would, at the start of the level after this, get an iron sword, but this is just a upgrade for the rest of this level. Now, at the top of this tower, you can get this spyglass, take a grand look around, see all the wonderful environments, as well as this nest up here. And we're able to spot another little hidden treasure that we'll be able to get in a minute. Now, this tower itself has many paths to traverse it, these different ladders and walkways, all very ramshackle, allowing as many options as possible for the player. Wow. And I managed to avoid all of those. Alright, horse, let's go. Let's go. Now, up here, you'll see two paths converge, where this mine down here leads out. And I'll leave my horse. So we are approaching the peak of the mountain. And we see this long bridge extending out, and the vultures themselves. So let's attempt to fight. So dive down at me. And while they're distracting us, we'll have this thing. Steal that from them. And we also see that despite having no torches or lanterns here, this area is lit up with these glow lichens. We'll also snag this extra bit there. You'll see this long walkway out, and I'll finally be able to take the leap of faith and plunge down into this canyon. You'll see, you can swerve through all of these pillars and approach the end of the level. And we've won. Now, that's all that Vulture has to offer, including many of its little secrets, some that I didn't show, and the many pathways through it. Wanted this level to give freedom to the player to choose exactly how they want to go through it. And we'll also see that I can make my way back to the start here. And to give this map some more functionality, I made it so that you could reset the entire thing. So, my little command chamber here, you can see some of the behind the scenes. This here resets the entire level. So, you'll see everything that I've taken out of these chests is back. All of the doors to everything are closed once more. Everything that spawns one time, like when you first enter the saloon here, they will spawn again. And you'll be able to replay through the entire level. And that's all that I have.